Hi guys, if it's Tuesday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Okay, today guys, we're going to talk about a little piece of experience, a little piece of wisdom. And that is about straps. Whatever the straps, ropes, or whatever that we're going to attach to a tree for whatever purpose. Now, it can be the straps for a hammock, it can be the ropes for an awning, it can be hanging up a piece of gear, it can be suspension for a bridge, whatever. The point is how we attach, okay? Now, water is both a lubricant and an adhesive. It has a certain viscousness to it that is called surface tension. This allows water to cling to something. Now, those of you are probably too young to remember, but back in my days in high school, we used to do a lab where you prepared little slides and you had little pieces of glass that you would put the whatever down. You'd put a drop of sterilized water on it, and you'd put the top piece of glass and two things, and they just adhere together like that because the surface tension of the water acted like a glue and held them tightly together. By doing that, you could take it and slide it under the microscope and look at it, etc. And when you got done, you could reclaim it by sliding them apart. And that's a pretty good bit of tension to slide them apart. You know, water will do that. It also will act that way in nature. Now, how does this apply to us? I am going to put up a strap to this tree or to that tree. Each of these trees has different properties. This is an oak with tight bark. That is a pine with large, shaggy bark. Okay? If I am attached to the pine tree, the water is running down and it will naturally run through these ferrules as guides or channels, and I don't have to worry so much about my strap or my rope sucking water and bringing it into my hammock or into my camp, because that breaking up of the pattern as the water runs down the trunk breaks it up, and it doesn't have so much of the suction, so much of the viscosity, that surface tension we're talking about. But on a smoother trunk, or especially something like a birch or something with smooth bark, it's even greater because that water wants to adhere to that bark, and instead of just rolling down it, it's actually sliding down it. It has a surface tension underneath that is sticking to the tree as it comes down. Now, how this applies to us is I take a strap and I go all the way around that tree and I cinch it up tight because I'm going to be hanging in it. The water is running down and it hits this flat surface. Remember, it's already got tension, and it rolls onto it. But since a strap is wide, it creates more suction, more surface tension, and it doesn't automatically want to run off. It wants to cling to that strap, and so it wants to follow the strap instead of just running by it. If I have a round rope of something coarse like old sisal or braided rope, and I put up there and I do it, the water will run down and hit it, and due to the chaotic nature of the rope, it's not even, the water will want to drip off of it. It'll get up, puddle off of it, and since it's not flat like this, it's curved out. The water wants to run the outside. It doesn't want to curve in. It wants to just drop off. So there's less water going to run down the line. But a flat strap like this, cinched up tight on a smooth bark tree, is going to get more water. It wants to wick onto it and wick down the strap to whatever it may be. You know it's going to be downhill because you're at a 30-degree hang angle, or whatever you're holding. You can't hang up, it's got to hang down. So gravity wants it to stay stuck to that and slide down. So a strap on a smooth bark tree is going to have a greater need to address it about water coming down it in a heavy, heavy downpour. So, what do you do to prevent this? One, I realize that that flat strap on that slick tree in this heavy downpour is going to want to wick more water down to my hammock or whatever. So I need to put something in line, like a cord wrapped around, better yet a piece of paracord, tied tight through the middle of it right here. Just Pull it up there and cinch it up tight. That creates a chaotic, and that water, when it gets there, it hits that cord and drips. It's called a drip cord, a drip lash. I pull it out to like the buckles on my one-wind hammock. That should stop it, right? Once I get my strap fully tightened up and it's where I want it, I'm going to take the surplus, the extra, and I'm going to throw it over the top of the strap a couple of times like that, so as that water comes down, it hits this chaotic hunt and breaks it, makes it drip. Even more of a dripper up there. So, in conclusion, a round, smooth rope acts more like a wick. A coarse rope that'll swell like sisal or something like that will drip more and will not wick as much off the tree. A flat hammock strap of some kind that's flat, something like a one of those boogie straps or whatever they call them, it's got a series of loops, that has a good job of breaking it. But if it's a straight unbroken strap, to me, I need to put something up here if there's going to be a heavy downpour to add me a little bit of insurance. Get the water to hit that, break, and drop rather than coming into my hammock. Little tricks like that keep you dry when you're hanging in a hammock, when you're under a tarp, so the water don't wick in on your ridge line and run along the bottom of the ridge line. I've seen people take these straps and a come along and get, a ratchet strap and put it up there to be the ridge line for the tarp and wonder why it drips. That could be part of it. Little pieces of wisdom make your life so much better. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. And as always, thank you very much for supporting my channel. Till next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.